This is a gathering of distinguished people who steer the higher education agenda of the country in today's global perspectives. I appreciate the Association of Indian Universities, or AIU as it is known, and University of Science and Technology Meghalaya for organizing this important event. I have been told that AIU has more than 900 member universities, including some universities from abroad too. It is interesting to note that when AIU was formed in the year 1925, even the Delhi University was only 2 years old. The country had a very, very small number of universities, and higher education was out of bounds for most of the people. Even the literacy rate was below 10%, which means that even at the primary level, the number of students was very small. In the early years of AIU, most of the universities were governed by the mindset of producing students who would be loyal to the British Raj and who followed values of the Western world. Even after independence, the inertia of the pre-independence system continued in several forms. It will not be an exaggeration to say that the National Education Policy 2020 is a decisive break from all that is colonial. The explicit emphasis on taking pride in the Indian traditions of learning, Indian languages, and reviving traditional knowledge system is a bold step for revitalizing the genius of India. The theme of this conference, as we all know, transformative higher education for Atmanirbhar Bharat, reflects the spirit of the National Education Policy 2020. I appreciate AIU for choosing this theme, and I am sure that the association is going to be working hard on realizing the vision behind this theme. Ladies and gentlemen, in the past, AIU has been led by some of the illustrious makers of modern India, including two former presidents of India, Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan and Dr. Zakir Hussain. One of the most eminent proponents of the Indian ethos, the great Dr. Syama Prasad Mukherjee, had also contributed to AIU as its president. My immediate predecessor, Bharat Ratna Sri Pranab Mukherjee, took very keen interest in improving university education. As the Governor of Bihar and later as the President of India, I accorded highest priority to education, especially higher education. My being Chancellor of the State Universities in Bihar as the Governor of the state and later visitor of most of the central universities as the President of India, provided me a direct role in the system of university education. I tried my best. I felt especially happy to see the National Education Policy 2020 take off during my tenure. Ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to note that under the National Education Policy 2020, efforts are being made to encourage education in modern sciences based on Indian values with the aim to making our economy a knowledge superpower. Creating awareness among students about their duties in the changing world is also a major objective of the new approach to education. Our universities should try to make students capable citizens of the modern global community. There is also a need to give a special emphasis on the importance of public interest, morality, and ethics in the learning systems adopted by the universities. The nationwide efforts in transformation of university education are receiving enthusiastic guidance from the Union Education Ministry as well. Ladies and gentlemen, building a strong and self-reliant India is at the core of our global thinking. Local resources, experiences, and knowledge should be used for attaining the goal of self-reliance. AIU should strive to make university education more useful by strengthening development through research and innovation based on local resources. AIU should also strive towards building a better society through efforts for the upliftment of those who have been left behind in our journey of development. In this context, the pithy statement of the father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, is very relevant. Bapu had said, and I quote, if your education is of any importance, its fragrance should spread all around you, unquote. Gandhiji had emphasized on the goal of Sarvodaya. Sarvodaya means upliftment of every single person in the society. This will happen only when the last person on the social ladder gets to rise in life. According to Gandhiji, the objective of improving the life and destiny of the weakest and the poorest is the test of the correctness of any action. This is equally true of any action related to university education as well. Being at the top of the education pyramid, universities have the greater responsibilities of making India a global knowledge superpower. All the member universities of AIU should set quality benchmarks. They should become benchmarking partners for improving quality of education in all its facets. Universities should be centers of innovation. They should provide innovative solutions to local, national, and global problems. Universities should become partners in achieving the goals of national missions like Skill India, Make in India, and Atmanirbhar Bharat. These national missions are great educational opportunities to promote solution-oriented learning. Ladies and gentlemen, let us recall with pride that university at Takshila and Nalanda had iconic international status in ancient times. Vallabhi and Vikramshila were also great centers of learning. But today, India's higher education institutions do not get high positions in global rankings. Effective implementation of the NEP 2020 is likely to restore India's glory as a great center of learning. Under the new national approach to quality and accessibility of higher education, it is targeted to set up at least one large multidisciplinary higher education institution in or around each district by the year 2030. This target has been set with a view to providing higher education in underserved regions. For achieving this target, AIU should play the role of a very active stakeholder. Good universities are to be set up in several aspirational districts and special education zones. This will be an important step in the interest of socially and economically disadvantaged groups. AIU can contribute to social justice through educational justice. Ladies and gentlemen, transformative higher education will require coordinated efforts by all stakeholders. Membership of AIU is diverse and inclusive as it has central and state universities, government and private universities on board. The goal of transformative higher education will be achieved only through effective contribution of the center, the states and private institutions. In order to provide transformative learning in the sphere of higher education, it is necessary to appoint highly qualified and deserving persons to fill the vacancies of the vice chancellors and faculty in the universities. AIU can do quality advocacy in this important area. Ladies and gentlemen, when I was the President of India, I kept speaking to all governors on the priorities related to university education. As we all know, the governors in their own states are the chancellors of state universities. I was very happy to observe their eagerness, enthusiasm, and preparation for implementation of the National Education Policy 2020, which seeks to promote transformative education. I am sure that by promoting the agenda of transformative higher education, AIU will make a great contribution to realizing the goal of building Atmanirbhar Bharat. I once again appreciate the efforts of AIU in conceiving and organizing this theme-based conference, and I wish the association all success in its endeavor of nation building through transformative education. Thank you. Jai Hind.